Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and Taurus. Welcome to another reading, guys. I don't know why I've been called to do your reading. It's maybe because of the overwhelming response I got from your earlier reading not too long ago, and I felt that I should keep checking your energies, guys. I mean, there is something in your life that you probably need help with in order to understand your situation better, because definitely you guys are moving through a lot of transformative energy at this point. When I say transformative energy, I'm talking about karmic energy. Okay, your past karma, your present karma, moving on to your future karma, that kind of situation which calls for a change of karma in your life. And that is the kind of energy that you guys are moving in at this point in time. So I'm going to get a 9-card reading for you to check and delve more into this, to dig deep into your situation, to see what kind of energy, what is the situation, and what kind of guidance and help will help you to figure out yourself better through this period in time with regards to your transformative energy. I'm going to do one for Pisces as well, but we'll go there later, okay? And let's dig deep into your energy today. Let's see what my cards have to say to you, Taurus. Let's call upon our spirit guide, angel, ancestor, my divine source, into this reading for the collective Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter in your individual planetary position. It will be, the first layer will be the 9-card layer for you, Taurus. And you know the drill, guys. Whatever doesn't resonate with you, don't force yourself into the reading. Check your moon and rising for a better energy check. Okay, Taurus, let's see what kind of messages we are getting. Okay, let me see if I can push my camera down a bit. Okay, and even if you're not able to see the whole set of cards, I'm going to read it out to you, okay? And you'll be able to get your message. The first card out, guys, is the 7 of Wands. Okay, let's see here. We need more messages before I can tell you what it is all about. 7 of Wands is an energy of Leo, Sag, or Aries. Here, as I say, Aries, you get the Emperor. Okay, so again, male or female, guys, you could be a man, it could be a woman, doesn't matter. We all have the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy in us. So take it in the way it resonates with you. So let's see what are more messages for you in this reading. And let's see here. The Knight of Wands. Okay. And this will be, again, a 2-week, 2.5-week kind of an energy, but I may do another reading much before that, you never know. But at this moment, take it in that way, okay? And we'll see. Because to me, it looks like a lot of things are happening in your life. Like I said, Taurus, transformative energy is definitely a part of the deal here. But we'll check. The Ace of Wand, beautiful, and the King of Sword. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's move into the third layer here. The Eight of Cups. Okay. You got the Ace of Wand right in the center of your reading, guys, which is beautiful. I think the last time we had the King of Wand. So you're very much in your fire element. If you haven't seen my earlier reading, guys, please go back and check that energy. Maybe you will find a sequence or a sequel to that reading for yourself. We'll see, okay? So you get the Eight of Cups, definitely talking about emotions in here. And we have the Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. There you go. Okay, so right in the center of your reading, guys, is the Ace of Wand, which is talking about a new chapter, a divine beginning, a divine inspiration, a new project, a new work, a new, a new fresh creative idea, something that is very, very new in yourself. Okay, some of you guys could be even recovering from some kind of an ailment, and you're getting better. You're definitely getting better. Okay, for others it could be a lot of sexual part of the story, which is again being activated as you're getting better in yourself, right? But with the Ace of Wand, apart from all this part of the things, the Ace of Wand is definitely a very fresh start. It's a start. The aces are always the start. It's a start of something beautiful in your life, a fresh, new start. That's the way I would like to say. And this is from the universe. You could have been manifesting it, Taurus, but universe has also to give it to you. Very important, right? Universe has to give you that ace or that timing, the perfect timing for things to work out in your favor. Okay, now we start off the reading, guys, with, okay, and before I move forward, the bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. I'm going to use another deck for clarifiers. So this could be a situation you're coming out of, where you have, some of you could have been suffering from some kind of depression, feeling very energetically low in yourself. Some of you guys could have separated from somebody in your life with whom you have been tied up. But all in all, it talks about a very low energy level in your situation that could directly be linked with your finance, with your emotion, with your passion, and even with your spirituality. Okay, with your spirituality. So something has, like I told you, some kind of transformation is on. This energy has been with you for quite some time, because this is also the card of a learning lesson. This is something that has been with you, Taurus. It's not something that you finally woke up one day and you realized, oh, really? I'm in depression? No. It's depression is a clinical part of the story. Like some of you guys could have had major clinical depression. Not everybody, but some of you. Some of you have been traveling through this state of depression for quite some time. Maybe even you don't know why. Some of you may possibly not even know why this is happening, why you're not feeling so happy, what it is that is, you don't feel a sense of belonging with anything in your life. You're like, you have kind of moved away from everything in your life, right? You're not being able to combine your energy, or join your energy with somebody in your life. You have kind of segregated yourself from situations in life. So many of you have been crossing through this kind of a situation, which has also been some kind of a learning lesson. This is a part of your karma. Treat this as a part of your karma, where some of you have learned a lot of lesson through this energy. I'm not saying it's a good energy, don't get me wrong here, guys, but what I'm trying to say is it's also a part of your learning. This was to happen. If this hadn't happened, you possibly wouldn't have had the Ace of Wands. You see, so from the Five of Pentacles, you're slowly recovering to come to the place of your own fresh beginning. So there has been a pattern, a cycle in your life that is kind of closing. And you're going to pick up that wand, or you want to pick up that, because the wand is here for you, right? So now again, like I always say, the energies are there. What you do with that energy, how you treat that energy, what you think about that energy, how you react to that energy, how much you accept that energy is completely up to you. Universe cannot force this on you. They will not push it on your face and say, oh, here is the wand, go, 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 pick it up, run. No, 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 no. They'll give it to you. They will show you the way. They will give you the signals. Now, what you do with that signal, or what you do with that vibration, is completely your choice, your option, your free will. If you tell yourself that I don't want to begin anything fresh, I'm happy in the way I am, then it's up to you. It's clearly up to you. But if you're telling yourself, because then you have the tower, right? You have the tower, that there has to be a change. See, again, what I'm getting, guys, this Five of Pentacles had been a place of comfort for you. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people will say, how can you call the Five of Pentacles a place of comfort? Definitely, it's not a place of comfort for you and me, and even for you, Taurus. Right? But what had happened with you is, what I'm getting is that you had got used to being like this. This is a state of depression. This is where a person doesn't think above and beyond the Five of Pentacles, because they are not able to open their mind in order to accept anything new. They are, if you have read a book, it's called Silas Marner. I forget the author, but that person had the same kind of situation. He was a loner. He was a loner. He used to be living in a very lonely place, with a very lonely attitude, lifestyle. Everything about him was very lonely. But, he was comfortable. He was happy being a loner. He was happy having no friends, having nobody to ask him anything. He was in the way it was. But then the story goes in a different turn and twist. But that's another part of the thing. But with you, what I'm getting, Taurus, is that you had come to a place. This was kind of where you had made your comfort zone. You were like, okay, I'm fine. However way I am, in whichever way and shape and form I am. But it's my comfort zone. I know this is how I have to live. This is where I belong. This is what I get. And you kind of had accepted. That was very normal to you. Being depressed with life in general was being normal. You had accepted the depression. You had accepted the depression until the time is coming here, where the tower shows up, when universe is like, oops, no, you need to get out of that. Make a shift, make a move. And if you don't make a move, if you don't shift yourself, then I'll shift it for you and you won't like it. Right? So, which means that some of you might have to leave this comfort zone. Right? Some of you might have to let go of this comfort zone in order to move out of that place where, it's like that situation where you're not happy, but yet you're familiar with your life, you know everything. Every morning you get up, this is the chore you have. You're familiar, you're comfortable from that point of view, but you're not happy. You're extremely sad, you're extremely depressed, but then again, it's your comfort zone. So here is the universe giving you the ace and the tower both together and saying, okay, this is your chance. You want it, you don't want it, choice will be yours. Again, like I say, it's always a free will. But if you don't move, Taurus, then we will move it for you. Which means we leave you with no option but then to make a decision and a choice for yourself now. And then, and then you have the Page of Swords, right? Which is already a delay here. You have been observing a lot of situation, Taurus, in this place that you have been in. You know that there has been a delay. Somebody could have been stopping you. Somebody else in your life possibly have been trying to hold you back, right? They have been trying to hold you back from moving because they don't want to lose you. They don't want to let you go. So they have been kind of barricading you from moving out of the situation. But here is the Tower. So this delay that had happened was either because you could not fathom whether you need to move or not, right? You could not make up your mind. You were getting messages that you need to move, but you were still like, oh, I'm okay. Or, like I said, somebody else could be there in your life who was like, no, you don't need to move. You're okay in this position. That's where you belong and that's where you stay until the Tower is coming into effect for you, Taurus. Okay, so take it in the way it resonates with you guys, but this is the energy out here. Okay, this is the energy out here. Now we start your reading with the Seven of Wands, which is clearly talking about you standing up for what you believe is right. For what you believe is right. It's that energy that you're also very guarded against oppositions, against adversaries. But then if they come at you or towards you, you will stand up for what you believe is right and stop that energy. You will not, you will fight it. You will fight it. You are getting ready for that. You're getting ready because you're bossing up. The Emperor. You're bossing up, Taurus. You're telling yourself enough is enough. I need to get going. I need to get moving. I can't be sitting in that Five of Pentacles. That's what I said. The Tower is here. And this is where that nature is coming up on the surface, the bossing up, I need to get things straightened out for myself. Even if that means I have to stand up against adversaries or face criticism for my action. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. So you're kind of bossing up to this whole situation, Taurus, because you want to move. You want to move. Knight of Wands. You want to take action on this, on being the boss and saying that what you think is right for you, you will do it. Even if that means you're being very, very bold. But there is that sense of feeling adventurous about the whole situation. When you get that energy, when all of a sudden you are like, I don't care what is going to happen today, tomorrow, day after, I don't care. I'm going to do what my heart tells me to do. I'm going to be adventurous because of this energy. I'm going to be adventurous. I'm going to take some new road. I'm going to try out something. I'm going to do something. It's that energy which is telling me that you are taking action on this situation and nobody can stop you. You will be taking action on this situation because you're bossing up. So if that means that tomorrow you decide to travel, you decide to go to a different country, you decide to take up a new job, you decide to start a new business, you decide to do this, you decide to buy a new home, whatever that situation is, and people come and say, no, you can't do that. Are you crazy? You don't have enough money in your pocket with the Five of Pentacles and you're thinking of buying a new home, or you're thinking of relocation, or you're thinking of leaving a job. Are you crazy? And you will be like, yes, I am. But let me do what I have to do. Don't stand in my way. I take responsibility for my actions. And I'm not answerable to anybody. So even if that means that I have to tell you to go take a walk, I will. Because I'm the emperor, because I know what I want. I know what I want, and I'm going to make sure that I get what is due for me. That kind of an energy that you want to take action on with the Knight of Wands. Right? Bold, adventurous, fearless. Having no fear of today, tomorrow, day after, whatever. We'll see what happens. That kind of an energy. We'll see what happens. But let me at least fulfill my wish in my life. Right? So, it's that wish. Like for example, just an example, guys. Okay? Treat this as an example. Some of you might want to go bungee jumping. Right? You haven't done a bungee jumping. And you decide, okay, I'm going to go to this place. They have this sport over there. And I will do the bungee jumping. And other people will come and tell you, are you crazy? At this age, you want to go bungee jumping? You can't even walk straight. You can't even stand straight. Right? Whatever it is. Or you're suffering from some kind of depression and you want to go take a leap from whatever height into the air. And you will be like, yes, that's my wish. If I think I'm going to go bungee jumping, paragliding, whatever, I'll do it. Nobody can stop me from doing that. So that's what I was trying to explain to you. So that is that energy that I'm getting out of this 3 cards in here, where you're like, don't stand in my way. I have decided what I need to do with my life, even if that means I'll fulfill all the wishes in my bucket list, I will. Because I have learned a lesson that I need to take action on this situation for myself, not for anybody here. Okay, and that's because, again, you have the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, learning lesson. You have gone through major disappointment in life. That's what I said. You're moving through some kind of transformative energy. You have seen the good before, then you have seen the worse. You've seen the bad and you've seen the worse. And now you want to go back into seeing the good again. It's a cycle of life. So you have seen a lot of disappointment and grief and sorrow over situations where you perhaps had every intention of not facing this kind of situation ever. But as luck would have it, you did. You did face the 3 dented cups. So you had a choice here, Taurus. There is a lot of regret over your own situation here, from where you want to move out. You want to move out from that learning lesson, that regret in your life. You don't like sitting in that regret of what you could have done in the past, what you didn't do, and what happened thereafter. It's a card of disappointment, losses, regret, everything that one goes through when that situation passes you by. And then you turn back and you're like, I had such two beautiful cups behind me from the universe, from the divine, and I did not even turn back. What I was looking at is at the ones that has got no emotions left for me. And I was still sticking my head over there and I was crying every day. I was asking universe why this had to happen with me. And there was a lot of feeling of sadness and sorrow with the dark clouds behind me. Very negative kind of an energy that I have been sitting and brooding in for whatever amount of time. Right? From there, universe says, okay, since you have been going through so much of losses, disappointment, regret in your life, here it is. That's your gift. Take it. Take it. Get over this issue. Take the Ace of Wands, get over that issue, but you have to make an effort to take that ace. I'm giving it to you. Now, whether you pull that ace towards you or you pull that grief towards you, again, the choice is yours, Taurus. Right? So here it is. Universe is like, no, you don't have to, because we want to move you out of this situation, right? We are moving you out of this situation. And if you don't move, we will move you out. So this loss, this grief, this disappointment, we will rectify that for you. We will give you the Ace of Wands. We will give you the seed to your fresh creative idea. Okay, and then we have the King of Swords, because we are giving you back your logical solution. We are giving you back your rationality. We are giving you back your communication, articulation, everything. We are giving you back the way to say things in the right way. Because when you are in the King of Swords energy, that's when you can make decisions towards this new beginning. Because your logical part of the story is very clear. Very, very clear. You know your rationality is very clear. You know what you have to do. So your logic and passion, they are working side by side towards this fresh, creative approach towards life. A fresh new beginning. So they are giving you the King of Swords. They are telling you to take this energy of the King of Swords, right? Who can talk well, communicate well, think before you talk. Just don't say anything that you have to say and then, regret, because that will be the learning lesson that you might have done that before with somebody in your life when you have said things that was not good. And that happened because you were going through a lot of pain, which is understandable. I'm not saying it is not understandable, but then when you're going through a lot of pain and you happen to inflict that pain on somebody else in your life because you are in pain, that is wrong. You get my point? That is wrong. You keep the pain to yourself. Till that point, it's okay. But if you are bouncing back that pain and giving it to somebody else because you are feeling disappointed with life in general, and you inflict that pain on somebody, that's wrong. That's where it's like a punishment from the universe, where they're telling you that's what you have done, right? That is the grief. Today, that's a disappointment today that you are realizing, Taurus, that you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done that. So in order to rectify that situation, they are giving you the fresh new start and they're saying, okay, here it is, take it. Work towards it in the proper way. Do things right now. Right? Talk right. Act right. Communicate well. Speak well. Don't hurt people with your words and communication. Because you have learned what happens when you do that. So be very careful with your words that you utter. Don't be impulsive with your decisions. Don't take hasty decisions. Think twice. Think thrice. Think it through. Take your time. What you're going to do with the ace now, because you want that new beginning. It's coming to you. It's already here. So take your time. Work on your rational. Work on your logic. Work on your communication. Think it through before you talk with anybody, before you act. Right? Don't be impulsive. Don't be harsh. Don't be cruel with people with your words and communication. So watch your tongue, watch your actions. Because you are beginning something fresh in your life, Taurus. So don't spoil this opportunity in your life. Don't spoil this opportunity. It comes to people only once or maybe twice at the most. Right? If some people are very lucky, you get the ace 3 times. But you are lucky. You're lucky that you're getting it. You're very fortunate. So don't spoil that. Don't take bad karma in yourself because you're washing away the old karma. So you have to be very careful to keep your temper under control. Right? Hold on to your temper, even if you feel like throwing a temper, having a temper fit. Hold on, think rationally. How much I should say, excuse me, how much I should say, what I should say, whether at all I should say it or not. Think it through, think it through, think it through. Okay, take your time. Because with the King of Swords, you're very analytical, you're very strategic, right? So whatever that strategy is towards this new creative idea, the fresh beginning, you have to have a lot of strategy in the rightful place, Taurus. In the rightful place, and that's what will bring you back your result. So think it through, be very strategic with your ideas. That's a gift. That's a gift from the universe, right? So you have to be very cognizant, very, very conscious of your words, your actions, even in the way you strategize things now, right? So watch for that. Because you're leaving something behind. So your strategy is that whatever you don't want in your life anymore, with the 8 dented cups, the bad emotions that you have been suffering from, you want to leave that. You want to abandon that situation. So there has to be a strategy that has to be applied with regards to you leaving something behind, abandoning some situation that is no longer fetching you any emotional result. An emotional result, right? So that could be in your personal life, it could be in your professional life, because 3 of Swords. Because again, third party situation that has caused you a lot of pain, lot of grief, lot of sorrow. People who have third party, again, I'm clarifying, not necessarily people that are very close to you. Maybe they are. Could be your family, extended family, but it also could be people from outside your family, from outside your extended family. Could be co-workers, could be colleagues, could be anybody in your life. Anybody who has caused you a lot of emotional pain, Taurus. Lot of emotional pain that now you want to abandon. So some of you guys could be even thinking of leaving an old job behind, right? Because over there you might have faced this kind of situation with your co-workers. Some of you guys could be leaving some kind of a family situation behind, where people have troubled you. They have given you emotional and mental pain, right? The mental pain has turned into an emotional pain where your heart has been severed. with souls. You have been bleeding from your heart, and that is what you want to leave behind. You want to leave behind, which is today you're realizing again you have the 5 was an empty victory. So what I'm getting, guys, is that somewhere, like I said, the comfort zone was a place of this for you, was a place of pain, trouble, and grief, lot of bleeding heart in yourself, but you were refusing to accept that situation. This was again a learning lesson. You were telling yourself, okay, it's today, it'll be okay tomorrow. Oh, so somebody is being very cruel with me, somebody has been hurting me, I'm bleeding from my heart, but it's okay. I'm not going to share that with anybody, I'm going to keep it under covers. I've been hurt, but I'm not going to talk about it. I've been brutally hurt, but I'm going to keep quiet. Why? Because I still love them somewhere. I still have some kind of sympathy for them. Right? Because they are people I know, they are friends I know, they are relatives I have lived with, they are people I have spent my years with, whatever that situation is. But it has been hurting you. It has been hurting you a lot, yet you did not speak about it, Taurus, because, like I said, you did not want to leave your comfort zone, because it could be that if you spoke it out loud, those people would have told you to leave the place, would have asked you to leave that home or that office environment. So you kept your mouth shut. And you took the pain, you absorbed the pain, you kept absorbing the pain without talking about it, without letting others know how much it is hurting you. Well, finally, you're coming to the point of learning this lesson and saying goodbye to it. Learning this lesson and saying, okay, they did not love me. Today you're coming to the point of understanding that's not love. You might have had love for them. It could be your old job. Example, when you have spent many years working there, when your boss, your colleagues, your co-workers have been like a home to you, have been like a family to you, but they have been hurting you. And yet you took it in your stride because you felt that you know them. Somewhere there is a deep sympathy, love, empathy, whatever you might want to say, for those kind of people or that kind of a situation that you could not just abandon. You just could not abandon, and that's where you have been going through a lot of pain, regret, and grief in your life, Taurus. You haven't spoken, you haven't taken action on yourself with this kind of defeat. Because again, this is a defeat for you. So you kept quiet. So it's like that situation. Okay, again, an example, guys. Say you have switched a job. Okay, you have taken a new job up. Right? Thinking that the new job will give you more money, thinking that the new job will pay you better, will give you better facilities, better perks. But then you realize those people are not good. And they are causing you a lot of pain. You're being hurt. Right? You're being hurt. And yet you just could not abandon because it's a new job. You just cannot leave the new job and walk away and say, I don't want to work with you anymore. So it was a defeat for you. Taking that job was switching from the old to the new was a defeat, not a victory. You thought it was a victory, but it was a defeat, just as an example, right? So then that's why you kind of kept quiet and you were like, you're strategizing. You're thinking how to get out of this defeat and take action on yourself, right? You're strategizing that story now because there is too much of grief and disappointment in you, where you're making it a point to say no to that and leave something behind, right? That could be your personal or your professional situation, where you're deciding to say no to that grief, to that regret, and leave that situation. Goodbye, God bless, never see you again. Right? Because, like I said, you're bossing up for a new start. Because again, the Three of Swords, this pain has caused you to go through this entire story from where you're learning to grow. Don't forget, the Three of Swords is also the part of the story where a lot of healing requires to happen. That in turn allows you to grow because you learn a lot, you experience a lot of pain without which there is no gain in your life, Taurus. And that is where you're telling yourself, I don't want to feel miserable anymore. I really don't want to feel, because you have been in observation of this situation for a long time. Maybe that's what I said. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a personal situation where you have not been able to shake yourself free out of that situation, and but have been feeling extremely low from your deep internal self. Right? So now is the time. And then you have the star. This is Jupiter in Aquarius. So now is the time Providence is coming to your rescue. Right? With the Ace of Swords. Where truth in communication will bring you back your abundance. Will bring you back your money, your health, your wealth. But you have to say the truth. But the truth has to be told in the right way. Communicated, because you got the Ace of Swords. Again, it's a fresh start to something new in your logical self. But the way you communicate is the way you will get your desired result. Remember that in the last reading also I said the same thing. The way you communicate will get you the right result, because the result is waiting for you. You are in observation for the time to say the truth. You're probably delaying this situation a little bit because you want this shift to take you in a different place, but you're just waiting for the right moment to move out of this situation into a new situation for yourself, Taurus. Okay, now before I wind up the reading, guys, I'm just going to check on the Ace of Wand energy, which is right in the center of your reading. It's a fresh creative project, fresh new start, personal, professional, doesn't matter, but it's a fresh new energy that is showing up in here. You will be full of life, full of inspiration, full of creativity. Anything that you touch will bring new ideas, new passion into yourself, into the situation as well. So in case you're working on a project, you might have a fresh new creative idea that will hit off really well with your project, and you will see instant success right there, right? So anything can happen with the Ace of Wands. It's also the timing factor. It's also the timing factor that is working towards your benefit, Taurus. Please talk to me about the Ace of Wands here. The Sun. Wow. Lot of happiness, guys. Lot of happiness is in your way. You're strategizing for that. You're thinking well. You're learning to open your heart towards your own understanding, because, see, the Ten of Wands. This is what was causing you to burn out. That's where the Ace of Wands is coming in. So there is a cycle that's closing in here for you, Taurus. A cycle that had brought in a lot of pressure on you. You have been burnt out, right? Something that could have a direct effect on your health as well. But you had been carrying a lot of pressure because you were not letting it go. Also because you had a lot of ego and pride in yourself, where you had refused to let go of that stress. And you were carrying the load on your back. which in turn has created a lot of health problems in yourself, from where you're starting fresh. So you're closing that cycle, karma is turning around. You will feel much better within yourself because of judgment. Yeah, there is moksha. Do you know what moksha is? Let me explain moksha. Moksha is judgment. Moksha is letting go of your past karma, relieving you from whatever was tying you down. Taurus. Whatever, that's what I said, the transformative, didn't I tell you right in the beginning? You're going through a period of transformative time, a rebirth in yourself. Moksha is a rebirth where you finish the old and you start the new. It's like the phoenix rising out of the ashes, right? Where the phoenix, just before it takes a rebirth, just burns out because it's moksha, right? The phoenix is going through a period of moksha, letting go of the old karma. Excuse me. Letting go of the old karma and coming back into the right karma or a start of a fresh new rebirth. It's a rebirth while being here in the 3D for you. That's moksha. That's moksha with the 9 of cups, because now universe is saying it's time for you to follow your heart desire. And the ace of sword. Look, the ace of sword. So here it is. The truth will be told. But be very careful, guys. Be very careful with the way you communicate, with the way, in the way you say things, because you're going to get back whatever you have not got back for a long time. That's where the moksha is happening, because universe wants to give you back your wish fulfillment. Whatever you have desired in life and you haven't got, right? But for which you have to watch your tongue. Oh God, the ace of sword, the ace of pentacle, look, and the devil. You're letting that go. You're letting that go. You're letting the restriction go in order to start a fresh ace of wand, ace of pentacle, ace of sword. It's definitely the beginning of a new cycle in your life. Okay, so take this energy, guys, and work towards it, because whatever you do, the way you talk, the way you react, the way you say things will bring you back your result. So whatever you manifest, if you manifest this devil, it will bring you back the devil. It will bring you back the result of being very negative again. So if you see this, okay, I'm going to show this before I finish. The magician, and then this card says you're a badass being, full of love, life, and possibility. Okay, so don't be a badass, guys. That's what they're trying to tell you. Manifest things, because if you are a badass, all that you manifest will be the devil. And I'm not saying this, it's the card talking about it. So don't be a badass to restrict yourself, to stop yourself, to not move forward. Because if you manifest that kind of a thought in yourself, that is what is going to manifest. Okay, because you have to be very careful now, since you have all the 3 aces here. So there is a new cycle that's opening. So now is the time for you, Taurus, to work yourself in the right way. So be very cognizant with your actions, with your words, with situations in and around you, because you are definitely moving towards your wish fulfillment. You're waiting for that to happen. And moksha comes in before the wish, which is talking about a new rebirth that gives you back all that you have desired in your life and have not yet got it. Okay, so enjoy this reading, guys. Till I see you once again. Till then, goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz and Namaste.